Aloha and good morning, Big Wave Trading family. I have actually 5 new long positions for Wednesday. We'll start it off with GBX as it's one of the higher price names. This is a recent earnings winner. Consolidating here, quiet volume during the consolidation. Candle over candle pattern on above average volume with max green bop. I'm going to be going long GBX this morning, limit order at 48.05. My first trailing stop will be 46.35. And then I currently will have a stop at 42.05, but it's really the 50-day moving average is what I'll probably end up making it to. And if the first stop at 46.35 fails on heavier volume, especially if it loses max green bop, that session's low a day will become either another half stop. So if I have 100 shares, I'm out of 50 and I have 50 left, 25 will go to that session's low a day, and I'll keep 25 down here. And or depending on the volume, all 50 will move up. But the bottom line is I really doubt this final sell stop that I'm recommending at the 50-day moving average will come into play. So the key one is here at 46.35. GBX, I'm expecting a measured move similar to this move here from November to January, 58%. Not bad. I'll take that any day just to risk a couple of points. So GBX is the new long position. It was only in my BOP scan. It wasn't confirmed in any other scan. It was in my max green BOP for 5-day scan, and it made my tertiary scan with the above average volume. But that's it for that one. CHEF. This is a GBX also, by the way. Since I went to CHEF, GBX is a former CanSlim quality stock and a former Perfect Speculator quality stock, so I'm very familiar with seeing this stock over and over, which is another reason why it definitely became a new long position. CHEF is a former CanSlim quality stock, no longer CanSlim quality, but it's a pretty clear-cut long position here. Once again, candle over candle, above average volume with the pocket pivot point signal. BOP maintained its green BOP the entire time it pulled back here after that March strong up day on strong volume. Excuse me, maintained green BOP the entire way. Slight pop in BOP confirming the volume and price move. Some clear support levels, so I'm going long CHEF with a limit order at 14.10, the high of the day. My first stop will be right here at 13.55. My final stop will be right here at 13.05. Same similar situation GBX. This fails, loses its green BOP, heavier volume. Stops will get adjusted either all the way up or half and half. But CHEF, pretty good signal here. But once again, only in one scan, my green BOP for 20-day scan, and then it was in my tertiary scan. So just like GBX, only 1% of my account capital. And the larger long position this evening is ZPIN. It's very thin, but following its gap up after earnings on 4.6, you can see here that the low volume, big volume, and then as it consolidates sideways, notice the well above average volume with the tight trading range. I assume that there's some real accumulation going on in this stock, and I tell you what, with the current setup, this is a great place to see if it can pop and really run. So ZPIN, I am going long with a limit order at 17.79, the high of the day. My first stop will be 17.50, and currently right now my idea's final stop is 16.84 and or the 50-day moving average. It will probably be the 50-day moving average, dynamic just like GBX, but very, very nice technical price pattern overall. Semi-CanSlim quality, I think it's like EPS is 78, relative strength is like 79, something like that. But there is some short-term growth in the stock. Overall, very nice technical pattern. 2% for being a CanSlim. It was confirmed in my price volume BOP scan, so it's a 3% long position. And then I have some, excuse me, I don't know what's in my throat. I have some speculative quality long positions. EXTR is technically a CanSlim quality stock, and you can tell by the previous uptrend that clearly earnings and sales are doing quite well. Previous resistance becomes support right here, as you can see here with my crappy trend line. The previous resistance has now become support. The stock is bouncing off that previous resistance, now support level, on a slight uptick in volume with max green BOP. So we have the same pattern as always, candle over candle, bullish hammer pattern, a surge in volume, and green BOP and max green BOP for a while. This was in both of my green BOP scans and then was confirmed in my tertiary scan. So EXTR is actually a 2% long position despite being a $7 stock due to it being CanSlim, semi-CanSlim quality, and with the beautiful chart pattern being in 2 scans. Limit order at 705, stops at 683, and then currently I think I I posted on the website 660, but ignore that. It's going to be the 50-day moving average, and that's going to be dynamic, and it's going to move higher. Currently, the 50-day moving average is below 660. I just penned that post pretty fast. Thought that that was a good level, but I don't like it. So it's going to be 683 and the 50-day moving average. And then the final long position, PULM. Candle over candle, price bar pattern, no volume surge, but I'll explain why, and max green bop and green bop as far back as January. So this was also in both of my bop scans, which is why it was triggered as a new long position despite the below average volume. Now PULM, it's a long because by the time that volume does come into this stock and by the time it does move, it's not buyable on an end of day basis. This is a stock that you have to watch for breakouts intraday. It's an intraday stock. Clearly, as you can see here, look whenever it moves huge. There are no small moves whenever it decides to move. So you have to get in before the move, and with all this green bop with support right here, I figure now's the best time to do it. Going along, PULM, limit order at 310, stops at 281, and right now it's 232, which is this low a day right here. God, I really don't see how that's going to come into play. I really don't think this thing will get below 268 before, runs into problem. No matter what, I want half my stop here, and for now I'm going to keep half the stop here. I really hope that it doesn't get back that far, even though I'm only putting $1,000 into the position. My first price target is 459. Then it's 698 right here. Then it's 1455 here, and then it's, what was this again, 2118. And if it can get above 2118, then it becomes a trend following position. Good luck. I really doubt that's going to happen, but for right now I do like PULM. It's a very nice looking stock pattern overall. We'll see how it works out, but if it doesn't, it doesn't. No harm, no foul. Great little chart pattern. All right, everybody, great luck out there today. I'm fully invested, just rotating out of sell stops that trigger intraday into new long positions. I can't even max out my cash account with the recommended capital that I want to put in each of these names. That tells you how strong things are looking right now, despite the really weird and almost weak-looking overall market. All right, everyone, see you in the chat room or back on the website later on. Aloha.